I have just explained to the people of Singapore why I'm standing for election. And this is to protect the three treasures of Singapore, which define us as an exceptional country. The first treasure is our financial treasure, the reserves which past generations of Singaporeans and present generations of Singaporeans have saved for our future. I've spent 30 years at the GIC helping to build up our reserves. And so, I will be able to protect this financial treasure. Our second treasure is good public administration. I worked 45 years in the public service at the Ministry of Finance, at the MAS, and at the GIC. I have what it takes to protect the integrity of key public service appointments. And finally, perhaps our greatest treasure is our social treasure. The treasure of social stability, which we have enjoyed since we became independent 58 years ago. I do not belong to any political party, and therefore, I will be able to unite all Singaporeans, regardless of race, religion, or political affiliation. So for all these three reasons, to protect our three national treasures, our financial reserves, our good public administration, and our social treasure, I have come forward to serve the people of Singapore. These are the three national treasures that define our country as exceptional. And I'm standing for president to protect these three treasures. Thank you. How am I feeling right now? I was a bit nervous at first, but the nervousness has gone, because I feel I'm on a mission to really serve the people of Singapore. So I feel excited that the people of Singapore is giving me this opportunity to serve my country one more time.
Can you tell us more about your symbol? What is the choice?
The symbol that I have chosen for my election campaign is the 5 fingers on the palm of our hand. What do those 5 fingers symbolize? They symbolize the various races in Singapore. And the palm signifies that although we might be people who come from different races, different religions, we are one palm. We are one country. So as president, I want to be able to unite all the people of Singapore, regardless of race, religion, or political affiliation, so that we can stand united to face an uncertain future.
What do you think the chances are then
What are my chances, considering that there are 3 people running for the presidency. The important thing for me was that there is an election. When I came forward, I did so to ensure that the people of Singapore will be able to exercise their right to choose the president. This has already happened today. We are not having a walkover. We are having an election. So, what are my chances? I do not know. It is up to the people of Singapore. As far as I'm concerned, I have come forward to serve you, and I ask you to give me the chance to serve you. I want to be your trusted friend at the Istana. What are my campaign plans ahead? Starting from this afternoon, I'm going all out so that more Singaporeans can know me, can meet me. Because I have a disadvantage that I have never been in the political limelight. So over the last 4 weeks, I have tried my very best to reach out to all Singaporeans, and especially to our younger generation. So I have put a lot of my energy and resources using social media to reach out to the younger Singaporeans. This afternoon, I'm going home. I'm going home to my village, Kangka, in Hougang. That was where my life began. And so it's only right that my first place after the nomination today is to go home to my village in Kangka, Hougang.
Mr. Tan Kim Lian has alluded that you are not a very strong candidate as compared to Mr. Taman. Do you have any comments on that subject, and what are your views on Mr. Taman?
Mr. Tan said that
Not a very strong candidate.
I am not a very strong candidate compared to Mr. Taman. Let the people of Singapore cast their vote.
Previously, Mr. Tan previously said that he stood a better chance than you, but given the criticism that he has had over the past few days, how do you think he fared against that?
Mr. Tan? No, Mr. Tan is brave enough to come forward and is now been nominated to stand for the presidency. I think the three of us have got to present our credentials. We have to explain to the people of Singapore why we deserve their vote. My main point is that I do not belong and I have not belonged to any political party. I think Mr. Taman has been a leader of the People's Action Party for 22 years. Mr. Tan Kim Lian was a member of the People's Action Party. And the people who are supporting him today, his assenters, they are members of various political parties in Singapore. I am the only candidate who does not have any affiliation to any political party. Okay, can you repeat your question? Sorry. Will. Yes. Yes. 我是黄国松，我要你们给我一票，谢谢大家。
Mr. Can you give us a sense of Singaporeans are frustrated right now because of living and all the political scandals that are happening? What is your response to that? What are you running for president? What do you have in the message for Singaporeans?
What message do I have for Singaporeans who are feeling the pain of the cost of living, who are feeling anxious because of recent political scandals? Is that your question? The president has got certain powers, and those powers are to safeguard our reserves, to safeguard the integrity of the public service. The cost of living is a painful issue for low-income Singaporeans. But we need to understand that this is not only a Singapore problem. It is a problem which people from all over the world face. But thankfully in Singapore, we are able to keep down the cost of living, inflation, compared to other countries because we have a strong currency. We have a strong Singapore dollar, which helps to keep down the cost of living. So what the president should do is to make sure that we protect our reserves, because our reserves is what gives confidence to our currency and helps us to keep down the cost of living. In regard to recent problems, in regard to public appointments, political appointments, well, I think that when these problems come to light, we have to address them as transparently as possible. So I think the president's role is even more important now, when there are doubts about the integrity of the public service of political office holders. The president has the right to check on such key appointments, especially in the public service. I do not wish to comment on recent criticism of Mr. Tan. It is not the right thing to do. So I think you should ask Mr. Tan to explain himself. How should candidates? How should candidates express themselves on social media? Speak the truth. Speak the truth. Be genuine. So let the people judge you. Social media is a very important means of communication, especially to reach out to our younger generation. So I have spent a lot of time appearing on social media. I spent a lot of time making TikTok videos so that I can communicate myself better to the younger generation. I think the younger generation demands authenticity. They demand the truth. So, speaking to social media is no different from speaking to other media. Tell the truth. Tell the truth and let the people judge you.
王先生，刚才你讲说，请选民给你一票，可以讲为什么要给你一票吗？为什么要给你一票？
Yeah, I gave you 3 reasons.
可以讲好吗？
不可以. I gave you 3 reasons already. So please listen to the 3 reasons which I've explained to you just now. Thank you. Thank you. Last question.
Last question, all right?
What advice would you give to young voters who are voting for the first time?
For young voters voting for the first time, you are voting about your future. And our future is very uncertain because we cannot take good government for granted. So we are now entering a new era of a very uncertain economic future because of geopolitical uncertainty. We are also entering an era where we cannot take good government for granted. And that is precisely why the elected president was established, to avoid a situation where bad government goes unchecked. Bad government raid our reserves. Bad government puts corrupt people in public appointments. So it's very important, more than ever, for the younger generation of Singaporeans who are concerned about their future to elect a president that they can trust to protect their future. Thank you very much.